Iron Kitty. Oh, no. Sorry. Twisted Cougar. Nope, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Wildcat's Revenge is the latest roller coaster coming to Hersheypark in 2023. After weeks of teasers, Hersheypark finally announced the coaster and I couldn't be more excited. Why? Because the previous iteration was trash. I rode it back in 2020 and while the layout wasn't bad, it wasn't anything worth talking about. Yes, it was GCI's first coaster. That means nothing. It was a rough mess. Oh, just retrack it. It wasn't that bad of a coaster. No. Retracking a mediocre layout isn't going to cut it, and Hersheypark knew it needed something big to bring more people to that area of the park. This was a wonderful idea and a great addition to Hersheypark's already great coaster collection. Let's take a look at the layout itself. We have the following stats: 3,510 feet of track, a max height of 140 feet, a max speed of 62 miles per hour, an angle of descent at 82 degrees, and 4 inversions. And you know you can't market a new coaster without having the largest, fastest something. Wildcat's Revenge will have the world's largest underflip. That's really reaching in my opinion, but whatever works for them. I had no idea such an element existed, but a similar element is on Twisted Cyclone and Joker. I've only ridden one RMC and that's Iron Gwazi, so that's the only coaster I can compare it to. One of the first things that sticks out to me is the lift hill. I really like the look of these lift hills. Iron Gwazi, Zadra, Goliath, and now Wildcat's Revenge will have this iconic looking lift hill. I just love how it looks very imposing. And even though it's going to be like a 140 feet coaster, it will still look very big with that extra space in between. I just love how it looks, it's great. So we're going to talk about the ride element by element, and thanks to Amusement Insider, we have an unofficial POV of the ride. So we're going to take a look at that. So at the very beginning, it has that very twisted track that RMC is known for. So after you drop that first drop, you head on to the first element, which is the world's tallest underflip. And to me, it just looks like an upward barrel roll. But hey, if they want to add this as a record, then whatever. After that underflip is probably one of the most anticipated elements for me, and it's that camelback. If you look at this picture again, do you see how low the camelback is compared to the lift hill and compared to the other elements? That looks like it's going to provide some crazy sustained ejector. Like, oof. I don't know what else to say. That looks like it's going to be one of the surprise elements of that ride. Looking forward to it. After that, it dips a bit down, and then it has like a little twisty part, a turnaround, which somewhat looks like a wave turn. It's like a wave turnaround. Not sure what to call that. And then it goes into a 0G stall, similar to Iron Gwazi, similar to Air Force 1. This looks like a very nice one. It looks better than Iron Gwazi's for sure. And then after that, it goes into a wave turn. It looks more like a transitional wave turn, unlike Iron Gwazi's wave turn where it's trying to fling you out the goddamn seat. After that, it goes to like a double down somewhat. It looks like a double down, like the first half of the down, and then you make a hard left and then it drops again. And then it goes into the third inversion, which is your basic 0G roll. On the POV, it looks a bit slow, but at the same time, this is still an unofficial POV, so we got to take it with a grain of salt. But I can tell that this layout is pretty accurate. After that, you turn around, you hit another 0G roll, and then you take a couple of small airtime hills to the brake run. Overall, the layout looks very fast paced, especially that camelback. I'm very looking forward to that camelback because that thing looks so low and so sustained. I'm really looking forward to that. The majority of the elements doesn't look to be super high, so that means the pacing will be very fast. While it's not as big as Iron Gwazi, Wildcat's Revenge will definitely have that Iron Gwazi level of pacing. As far as the name, I mean, I've heard way worse names. We can be at least fortunate there's no iron or twisted in the name for once. It kind of makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, the original Wildcat got destroyed and now it's coming back for revenge or whatever. Let's look how this ride fits with Hersheypark. This park already has a strong lineup, but this new addition will put Hersheypark at a higher level than it already is. I can see this ride being some people's favorite, but with Candymonium, Skyrush, Great Bear, Fahrenheit, and Storm Runner in the same park, there will be hella competition for that #1 spot for some park guests. Now, as far as other RMCs, how does this rank with other RMCs? Now, like I said before, I've only ridden Iron Gwazi, so I'm not sure how better or worse it will be, but I can assume that Iron Gwazi will still be the better coaster. A more accurate comparison would be RMC's other coaster coming in 2023, Air Force One. Wildcat's Revenge is a twisted layout, while Air Force One is an out and back layout. I think I like Wildcat's layout overall a little bit more, but Air Force One's first half looks very strong. You have the Raven Trust dive, that long ass 0G stall, the outer bank hill, that double up, and the barrel roll over the arcade. Man, it's going to be tough to determine what's better until I get a chance to ride both of these machines. 2023 feels like it's going to be a very busy year for me, and I'm looking forward to ride all of these new rides. I can't wait until I ride more RMCs so I can actually have a list of RMCs that I like. Until then, I'm happy with my Iron Gwazi credit, and I'm looking forward to get more. That's pretty much all my thoughts for Wildcat's Revenge. Let me know what you think about the ride in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Take care.